Come.
May I come in, sir?
Come. Please sit down.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. What do your friends call you?
Hemanth, sir.
Hemanth.
Hemanth. Boddu is my surname.
Okay. Nee peru enti?
Hemanth.
Okay.
Na peru Hemanth.
Oh, okay. No, I know a little only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are from Andhra Pradesh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now something fascinates me about Andhra Pradesh. Some movie stars are worshipped like gods. So why so?
Sir, there's a historical reason too, sir. Many people from many erstwhile movie stars like N.T. Ramarao
NTR,
have come into politics, have addressed the socio-economic problems, have come to the state's rescue when there was floods during that era. So they have done a lot of social work as well. They were not just restricted to entertainment purposes. So that might be a reason why they are revered as gods, sir, demigods.
Okay. Even I am told that NTR's statue is also kept in the temple, no? Which place? I don't know. I was reading somewhere.
Sir, I cannot recall it right now.
Okay. It's okay. Now, tell me why there is a craze in your state, for example, Andhra Pradesh, to go to, say, USA or Canada or, abroad basically. So, why so? Among the youngsters?
Sir, during the post-liberalization, after 1991, there were a lot of engineering colleges set up in Andhra Pradesh, sir. And there was a thrust from the state government as well to encourage people into technology fields, sir, through reimbursements, new private universities as well, sir. So a lot of these youth could not find jobs, good jobs in India. So they were looking at migration as an option, sir.
Okay. But what is the trend now? More people are going or less people are going now?
Sir, there are alternatives, domestic
People are
alternatives.
coming back also?
Yes, sir. In Bangalore, Hyderabad, we see people coming back, sir, and also people getting jobs over there.
Okay. One Telugu film was in the news very recently.
RRR, sir.
RRR. Why?
Sir, it won the Golden Globes Award for Best Song.
Best song.
Yes, sir.
What is that song?
Natu Natu, sir.
Natu. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is special about the song? I have watched it, by the way. That's why I'm asking you.
Sir, I think the way it made all the audience feel, not just Indian audience, Western audience as well. It was on the backdrop of imperialistic sentiments, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So the people, Indian people also can compete or do better than the colonizers. Oh. That was the backdrop, sir.
That was the background. Okay. Now, why do you want to join civil services?
Sir, I've always wanted to join the services, sir.
You have any role model or?
Sir, my father has motivated me towards this, sir. So,
what does your father do?
Sir, he works in Visakhapatnam steel plant as a foreman, sir.
Okay.
So,
so you live where, in Visakhapatnam or?
Sir, I've come for the preparation in Delhi, sir.
No, but your hometown is what?
Hometown is Visakhapatnam, sir.
It's called Voltaire also or no?
Yes, sir. Erstwhile it was called Voltaire Junction, sir. Voltaire
Yeah.
Junction. Yes, sir.
So your optional subject is mathematics?
Mathematics, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the relevance of mathematics in the modern times? Why do we study mathematics?
Sir, it has many applications, sir, in engineering field. Be it, it is called the language of science, sir. So, in an academic perspective, it has a lot of applications like, say, in 5G technology, artificial intelligence. We see mathematics, sir. But in a day-to-day use also, we have a lot of uses of mathematics, sir. While budgeting, even a homemaker budgets based on mathematics. While calculating the rate of GDP growth, or the speedometer which works in our car, all these have applications, sir.
You studied also electrical engineering, no?
Yes, sir.
So how will it help in civil services, your knowledge of electrical engineering?
Sir, certain skills like problem solving, analysis in electrical engineering, there is a issue there. We have to find a solution. There are constraints on the resources available. So those aspects would be directly translating to administration as well, sir. Other than that, my technical education in say areas like electric vehicles, solar energy, the power sector, which are emerging fields, sir. So even there, I feel that I can contribute, sir.
Hemanth, you have written that cooking Andhra cuisine is one of your hobbies or your extracurricular activities.
Yes, sir.
What kind of cuisine you make?
Sir, I primarily learned it from my mother, sir. So,
So like what kind of cuisine?
I make a good Hyderabadi chicken biryani
biryani,
also.
okay.
Yes, sir. I make that.
So what is the difference between Hyderabadi biryani and other biryani?
Sir,
You have any idea?
to be biased, it has a very good taste compared to other things. The style of preparation is dum style of preparation,
The
sir.
other side, dum style.
Dum
yes.
style, sir. It is steamed. It is sealed in a container, and the meat and the rice are cooked in its own steam, sir.
You read non-fiction books.
Yes, sir.
What have you read recently?
Sir, I've read a book called 21 Lessons for 21st Century by Yuval Noah Harari, sir.
What is it about?
Sir, it touches on various aspects, sir. The future of work, the future of technology, how humans. He speculates that there will be a technological and biological revolution which is going to happen right now. So, 50 years down the line, what are the challenges that might occur?
Hemanth, my last question to you. It's in the international domain. So, tell me, should we go to the negotiating table with Pakistan? Pakistan Prime Minister has made a statement. We have also responded. What do you think? Your personal views?
Sir, it is in our interest to have a friendly neighbor, sir. There have to be
But
diplomatic.
the neighbor is not friendly, you know.
Yes, sir. That is that is a big constraint, sir. We see different signals from the civilian government and the other military people from Pakistan, sir. So unless they have they show us a concerted action, we should wait and watch, sir.
For till how long? Or for how long?
Sir, we are addressing those issues also, sir, through diplomatic pressure from various directions, sir.
No,
like the sanctions.
Some people say, you know, there are observers who are saying, political observers, they say that this is probably the right time to engage them, because they say that you know, there is trouble for Pakistanis from Afghanistan side. You know, as you know, the Taliban is attacking them. Then they are in a precarious position, economically speaking. You know, they are heavily indebted, no money, prices are shot up there in Pakistan. So maybe this is the time to bring them to the table. Then probably we can dictate terms, our terms to them. They accept or not, maybe we can say something to them. Do you agree with this view of political observers?
So may I take a moment?
Please take your minute and give a frank opinion.
Sir, any solution or when we bring them to the table should be long-term oriented, sir. So they have their they are saying that they won't come to the table until and unless there is a discussion on Article 370's removal. So I don't think that poses a correct environment for us, both of us, to be negotiating, sir. They have to accept that it is our sovereign territory, sir. Only then we can go there.
Thank you, Hemanth.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. In the Constitution, there is a mention of fundamental rights. There is also mention of fundamental duties. And there are also directive principles of state policy. Can you explain these three to us?
Sir, fundamental rights are the rights conferred to the citizens and negative rights against the state so that they are inviolable. They are essential to they are essential to overall development of a citizen in India, sir. Fundamental duties are not per se enforceable, sir, and even the DPSPs are not enforceable. DPSPs are broad directives given to the state on how to conduct its policy, how to govern, sir. Fundamental duties are broad outlines given to the citizens on how to contribute to the nation and how to be a good citizen, sir.
Okay. But why are these, if they are not, they cannot be enforced? Why are they kept in the constitution?
Sir, they were ideals which were desirable to have, sir. During when they were enacted, the state did not have the adequate resources to enforce every, like say there was an article, there was a DPSP saying that education should be given to all, but at that point of time it was not feasible. But further in 2000 we have brought in right to education. So some which are feasible are getting legal backing, sir. Which are not feasible, they are they're guiding our government policy, sir.
Does Uniform Civil Code fall in any one of these?
Yes, sir. Article 44 calls for a Uniform Civil Code, sir.
In India, these days we are having current account deficit, which some of the economists say that it's not at all desirable. What are your views on that?
Sir, we have a big chunk of current account deficit of $120 billion, sir. That is because we are a net manufacturing and merchandise importing nation, sir. So if merchandise imports increase, we are already a net as a net exporter in services. If manufacturing also catches up, we would get into positive current account deficit, sir. But as such, it is not an alarming situation.
What is current account deficit?
Sir,
पढ़िएगा जाके थोड़ा सा.
Yes, sir.
There is a view held by some economists that rather than investing so much of money or expending so much of money on freebies, government should concentrate on infrastructure building. What is your take on that?
Sir, unsustainable freebies should be curtailed, sir. But freebies which have positive externalities.
Like?
Sir, we have direct benefit transfer to farmers in the form of PM Kisan, sir. We have a free food grain program under NFSA Act, sir. We give free LPG cylinders under Ujjwala Yojana. So all these lead to better improvement of social indicators, sir. This is also very important, as well as infrastructure building. Both should go hand in hand, sir. But unsustainable freebies should not.
The kitty is the same. Whether you spend on freebies or more spend on freebies and less spend on infrastructure, or vice versa. Kitty is the same.
Sir,
what is your preference?
Sir, there are trade-offs involved, sir. But we, as a modern democracy, we should not let people die of hunger, or basic amenities should be provided, while as well focusing on the future. through infrastructure building as well, sir. Sir, it's a tough balancing act, and every year the budget tries to balance that, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hemanth, generally in North India, there is a coaching racket for getting into IITs. So have you received some coaching or you didn't?
Sir, that was as in college cum coaching institute, sir, Sri Chaitanya Narayana.
Uh-huh. So regular classes were going on.
Yes, sir, regular
and
classes
then coaching was given.
Yes, sir,
But
coaching
in
was given.
Kota, they don't go to the school, only day and night coaching. So was it that type or yours?
No, sir, it was as an integrated where I study my 11th class, and top of it, the same teacher teaches it to a different depth.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have seen the economy of Sri Lanka. Now the turn is of Pakistan. And basically some of our states going back to the old pension schemes. So where to balance?
Sir, the particular example of old pension scheme is not desirable, sir, because even RBI and many economists have said that it is going to create a burden on future generation. Although in very near term, there might be a decrease in burden on the state government, but it is not futuristic, sir. So my opinion on OPS is that, sir. Sir, yes, sir. In the cases of Sri Lanka and Pakistan have highlighted how improper debt management by governments can lead to a major crisis, sir. So RBI is releasing reports on states which are states with strained finances, and there is a FRBM Act also which the states have to comply, sir. So there are steps being taken to improve the situation, sir.
The security situation or the political situation regarding the coastal line. The China was on one hand and then Indian Ocean. So what international politics and then our security in the coastal areas. What is your opinion about it?
Sir, we share a large land border with hostile nations, hostile neighbors, sir, and also there are threats from maritime also, sir. So, sir, we are increasing our defense capabilities both on LAC border and also in the Indian Ocean side, sir. In the border, we are seeing more and more infrastructure being built for quick and deft movement of troops, and even Indian Ocean, we are trying to improve our capabilities through building indigenous aircraft carriers, indigenous nuclear submarines, involving the other countries in Indian Ocean region. So, we are doing both, sir.
Future is for the artificial intelligence. Computers, and then the artificial intelligence, then the cyber security. But recently we have seen at various places that we are lagging in the cyber security. So how to improve it? Say in the AIMS example is.
Sir, may I take a moment? Sir, yes, sir, the recent AIMS attack has highlighted the vulnerabilities, especially in public infrastructure, public utilities also, sir. So, sir, there have to be a two-pronged strategy, sir. One is currently what are vulnerabilities which we have. We should have a comprehensive evaluation of that, and and train people in those organizations so that such events would not happen, sir. Second thing is we have to have involved the private sector, sir. Currently, there is a very, although we are an IT major, we are not known for cyber security as a domain, sir. So we need more and more startups who in the cyber security domain, so that they can aid the government also, sir.
In the national education policy, southern states, they are having this feeling that northern states, they are imposing Hindi. So what is your opinion about it on the southern states, imposing Hindi on the southern states?
Sir, this particular issue came with the 3-language formula, sir. In the draft NEP, there was a issue where there was one Hindi and one the mother tongue, and there was the other English, sir. But I think it has been resolved in the released NEP, because even Tamil Nadu has been brought on board by saying that 2 native Indian languages should be learnt and any other foreign language, sir. So that has effectively solved that problem, sir. So it was done because there were very good consultations between the center and state governments, which were which had a problem with that, sir.
You had Sanskrit in your 12th examination.
Sir, there was a component of Sanskrit, sir. Yes, sir.
So it means you have the love for the languages.
Sir, so that I'm not very well versed with Sanskrit, sir, as in that was a part of my curriculum. But unfortunately, I don't remember
much about it.
Sanskrit,
okay.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Boddu. Mr. Boddu, mathematics. If I tell you my date of birth, can you make a square for me which is having 4 columns and 4 rows, and first row will be related with my date of birth, and all the rows and columns which you will fill yourself, the total will remain the same.
So there is a concept called magic square.
Magic square?
Yes,
Whose
sir.
concept it is?
Sir, I'm unable to...
Ramanujam?
Yes, sir.
Ramanujam magic square. So what exactly that square was? That was related with his date of birth. What is his date of birth?
Sir, it is in April, which celebrate...
Not in April, no.
Sorry, sir.
We
I'm
observe
not-
National Mathematics
National
Day
Mathematics Day.
on
Yes, sir.
that day. 22/12/1887 was the first row, and he also told that similarly you can have your magic square, the ground on which you can make your magic square. So total of all the rows, in his case, total came out to be 139. Can you recall now? Anyway, but
Thank you for the
since
information.
mathematics
Yes, sir.
is your subject,
Yes, sir.
you should read about Ramanujam. Question may be there. Anyway,
Yes,
who is Prime Minister of United Kingdom?
Sir, Mr. Rishi Sunak.
Mr. Rishi Sunak. So he says that mathematics should be made compulsory. Rather, it has been made compulsory up to the age 18. Why so? On what ground he has said like that mathematics should be compulsory subject? To tackle the problem of, tell me, to tackle the problem of,
Sir, they were facing a cost of living crisis, so maybe it might
no,
be
it has nothing to do with that problem. To tackle the problem of innumeracy. Innumeracy means?
Sir, basic people are unable to do the basic calculations, sir. Addition,
related
subtraction.
ignorance of mathematics, we can say. Ignorance of mathematics. So,
Yes, sir.
innumeracy is ignorance to mathematics. So, to tackle the problem of innumeracy.
Yes.
And he says the data, everywhere there is data. So, a candidate up to the age of 16, up to the age of 18 rather, should read mathematics. So, what do you say related with our country? Should we also make compulsory mathematics compulsory up to the age of 18 as it is being done in the United Kingdom?
Sir, up to the age of 16 at the 10th class it is already
Yeah,
compulsory,
up to
sir.
it is there up to that very level. It is compulsory. So after that, as Mr. Sunak has done, up to the age of 18. So should it be made compulsory up to the age of 18? Because the problem which he has said is in our country also. In our country also, everything
sir.
digital, data everywhere, and there is also the problem of innumeracy.
Yes, sir.
So should we go with that?
Sir, sir, it would certainly help, sir, because even the people taking up social sciences to conduct original research need to have
Okay,
the,
good enough. You, while answering one of the questions, you said that a balance should be maintained related with implementation of various infrastructure projects and simultaneously related with various schemes, freebies. So my question here is that freebies, or we can call it, for example, what happened during pandemic, that people were not having employment
Yes, sir.
for approximately 2 years. So many people for many months they were not having.
Yes, sir.
If I say that at that time it was okay as a welfare scheme to provide them free, food grains and all that. At that time it was okay, but not always, because we have to realize the potential of the people and not to make them dependent on us. Do you agree with me?
Sir, certainly, sir.
And just to please the voters, it should not be there.
Certainly, sir.
For example, in
populist
Delhi, what
pers-
is being done? That women, they are allowed free movement in the DTC buses. Should it be there? Not at all. What is the need? Okay?
Sir-
Would you agree with me with this?
Sir, we can see the positives of Delhi government giving.
Related with this, what is the positive aspect that women can freely travel without paying the ticket, without paying money for a ticket? So they can travel freely in DTC buses. Is it required,
Sir,
or it is just to please them?
Sir, one thing is we see it will improve the security of women, sir. Second thing is we can see
Security of women.
more. Sir, there were
By making that free. If they pay amount, whatever amount is there, 10 rupees or 5 rupees, then they won't won't feel safe. How it is related to the safety of women if they need not pay for ticket while traveling in DTC buses?
Sir, there were cases in Delhi where which got highlighted in the national media also, saying that there were more instances of violence against women, sir.
With that
Yes,
I
sir.
agree, but
Yes,
what relation does it have with
Yes,
this
sir.
aspect that they should not pay fee in DTC buses? Fee nahi, hamara ticket ka whatever amount it is, fare we can say, they should not pay for that. तो उससे ये जो आपने कहा women's safety, ये कैसे related हो सकती है?
Sir.
I don't think so.
So that was a very short-term measure which should be which was done by the Delhi government, sir, because it's still the core issue of
even now
security.
I think it is free only, free ride on DTC buses. Anyway,
Yes,
coming to another question, वैज्ञानिक प्रोत्साहन योजना, आप उसमें किशोर है वैज्ञानिक प्रोत्साहन योजना फेलो. What exactly did you do there?
Sir, so that was an examination, sir, two-stage examination with prelims and an interview, sir. So I got selected for the fellowship. I would have been given a monthly scholarship amount
Okay,
if
good.
I joined
Indian Science Congress, where was it held this time in 2023, and what the theme was?
Sir, sorry, sir, I cannot recall it. It has happened recently, but
Sustainable development and empowerment of women, something like that. Can you recall? No, last question. One more question. Huh? Electrical engineering or something else?
sir, I am comfortable with electrical engineering also.
Okay,
sir.
related with electrical engineering. What is EMU? Related with frames.
Electrical multiple units, sir.
Okay, very good. What do you mean by electrical multiple units?
Sir, these are self-propelled coaches, sir.
Okay, so can we say it is an engine-less train?
Yes, sir. They are dubbed as engine-less trains.
And which is another train which is having self-propelled coach?
Sir, the recently going on Vande Bharat Express.
Vande
sir, Train
Bharat
18.
Express. Okay, good enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Hemanth.
Thank you, sir.
Please wait outside. We'll call you in a minute.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We have interacted earlier, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One
Okay,
on one session.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Come, Hemanth. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
First observation, your tie is a little short. It should go a little down, your tie.
Yes, sir. I'll.
Because, when you are standing, it goes up,
It is coming till here.
So
yes,
it should not. It should touch the belt, that side.
Yes,
It's okay, a small thing. It doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
But I thought I'll just point out. It's just etiquette, So,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
How did you do in the mock today, you think?
Sir, I think there were a lot of questions which were forcing me to take a stand.
Yeah.
So I think in those questions I could have been a little more clearer or gone to one side. But and I think I did not handle the Delhi government question well.
Okay.
So yes, sir. And I think I have to brush up my knowledge of economy also, sir.
Okay. Our assessment is that you have done reasonably well. We have given you 60%, which is quite high, in terms of an interview, So your aim should be 60 to 65. If you can, aim at 65, maybe, you will get 60% maybe in the interview. And it depends on the day, depends on the questions that are asked, and depends how prepared you are, all that. Okay, just we'll give you a few tips. Okay. One, I think you focus on your DAF, whatever you have written there, long one. So
Yes,
read
sir.
them very carefully, where you studied, the subjects you studied. So questions can be on that.
Yes.
And then on the area, your extracurricular activities, your
Yes,
areas
sir.
of interest. What I saw is I asked you about this cuisine part, Andhra cuisine.
Yes.
So the question may be not on Andhra cuisine, The question could be on different cuisines of the world. So just, it's not difficult to find out about cuisines of the world, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, continental, like that, just find out.
Yes, sir.
Then try to learn as much as possible about your own state. We all don't know, when we belong to a state, we don't know a few things. So try to learn more about your state, Andhra Pradesh, and also Telangana. So it's a part of Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you have issues again, with Telangana. So
Yes,
study
sir.
them very carefully. I asked you about that, the people now going abroad. This is a very standard question they ask. Why so many people from Andhra? Because I have been to Silicon Valley myself. I see a lot of people from Andhra there.
Yes, sir.
Working,
Yes,
or
sir.
studying. Okay. Then I think, which economic newspaper you are reading?
Sir, I'm following Mint, sir.
Mint. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, if you're reading Mint is fine, because your interview is on
6th February, sir.
6th February. So just few days
2
left.
weeks, yes, sir.
So by that time you probably will have the economic survey and the budget.
Yes, sir.
So focus on that. Make what they call bullet points. Just write them down in a notebook or a piece of paper and read it. Then make a small checklist of topics of national and international importance. What comes to your mind? Every day there is something or the other in the newspaper, So keep track of that. International events are easy for you to know, because what is happening, let's say the Russia-Ukraine war, if that is happening, so you can always see what is happening. US maybe, something related to US, because Andhra has a connection,
sir.
people
Yes,
go there. So maybe there's some questions, even like H1B visas. You know what is H1B visas? What
Yes,
is
sir.
that?
A work visa.
Work visa.
Yes.
And there's a great demand for that, by the way,
Yes, sir.
So anyway, just be prepared. And last but not the least, I think your optional subject, that is mathematics.
Yes,
I think
sir.
your subject.
Mathematics.
So I am not a mathematician, but there will be somebody in the board who knows about mathematics, may ask you questions. So just brush up, it's your optional subject. So do that.
Yes, sir.
And if you have any questions for us, please do ask.
Sir, in questions where I was forced about freebies and infrastructure. So what would have been an ideal answer rather than the one which I gave, or was the answer I gave fairly decent?
ऐसा है, देखो जो आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे थे कि वीमेन को फ्री विदाउट पेइंग एनी आई मीन फेयर वाला ये जो है कैन नॉट बी जस्टिफाइड एट ऑल. लेकिन ये जस्टिफाई हो सकता है कि लोगों को जब हमारा पेंडेमिक था, लोगों के पास कोई एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं था, 2-2 साल तक बिना एम्प्लॉयमेंट के रहे, लोगों को हमें मरने नहीं देना है भूख से, जैसा आपने मेंशन किया उस टाइम बिल्कुल सही. लेकिन उनको डिपेंडेंट बनाना अननेसेसरीली, जैसे फ्री राइड हो गई और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जगह जगह स्टेट में वो हो रहा है, वो एकदम से जस्टिफाइड नहीं है.
Yes, sir.
इफ एट ऑल इट इज़ डन व्हेन इट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड, जैसे जब जरूरत थी ड्यूरिंग पेंडेमिक, otherwise many people would have died. You might not have heard even a single case that that particular person or that group of persons died because of hunger. सुना? नहीं सुना? मैंने नहीं सुना, हो सकता है कहीं हुआ हो 1-2 केस, लेकिन that could have been many times more, in hundreds and hundreds and thousands. तो वो एक तरीके से वेलफेयर स्कीम वही हो गई, एक तरीके से हो गई कि नहीं हो गई. लेकिन इस चीज़ को कभी भी जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकते हैं कि वीमेन का फ्री राइड, एंड इट हैज़ नथिंग टू डू विद द सेफ्टी ऑफ वीमेन एट ऑल. ठीक है ना? आप डिफरेंट ओपिनियन हो सकती है आपकी, कोई मेंबर कुछ कह रहा है आपकी डिफरेंट हो सकती है, बट दैट शुड बी सपोर्टेड विद फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर्स. इसके लिए मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कोई आप फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर्स ऐसा ले आएंगे कि उस फ्री राइड को आप जस्टिफाई कर देंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है, हो सकता है कोई हो, मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आ रही हो, दैट इज क्वाइट पॉसिबल.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you may have, ultimately what I would say, that you may have a different opinion. You may have a different opinion with the government also. You may have different opinion with the member also. But that should be supported with facts and figures. Logical होना चाहिए, है ना?
Yes, sir.
और दूसरा चीज़ मुझे अच्छी लगी कि आपने पिछली बार से कुछ चीज़ें याद रखी और उनको आज मुझे देखने को मिली. तो ऐसे ही आज जो चेयरमैन साहब ने कहा या और मेंबर्स कहेंगे, उसको भी ध्यान में रखिए, थोड़ा फर्क पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
Health and provided coaches, we discussed in detail that. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
Freebies for the purpose of political gains, not good for the society. Say, for
Yes.
example, today you are giving free ration, whereas it is no emergency. On the other hand, in the hospitals, where somebody is needing, say for example, dialysis, twice a week or thrice a week, the fellow is not getting because he doesn't have money and he dies. Whereas, as on date, there is nobody, at least I do not know, in the field I feel that there is enough work for people to do. It's a different matter that if somebody has done BA or MA or whatever it is, and he doesn't want to work anything else but for the clerical work or the officer's work, so problem will be there. But if he wants to work, there is no dearth of work for anybody.
Yes, sir.
But a person who is suffering from terminal diseases, they need support from government. Rather than, if I have to answer that, rather than giving freebies, they should concentrate on those things because of which people are dying. You understand what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
They should improve upon the medical infrastructure. where the poor people, even middle class people cannot afford. A middle class person cannot afford twice a week or thrice a week dialysis. Ultimately, he will have to die. There it is needed.
Yes,
There
sir.
it is needed for infrastructure development and infrastructure strengthening.
Yes, sir.
I think whatever your answer is, you have to support with logic.
Yes, sir.
It should be very logical.
That's all. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
ऑल द बेस्ट,
All the very best.
मेहनत करना है, अच्छे से निकलना है। वहाँ नाम देखेंगे हम नेक्स्ट ईयर आपका, हमारे से जो भी होंगे उसको देख।
Thank you, sir.
ऑल द
Okay,
बेस्ट।
bye bye.